What's going on? We are reacting to Mel Kiper Jr.'s latest mock draft, and if y'all want to be rocking out with your mock out, go ahead and get started with Manscaped. They are the presenting sponsor on today's show. How do you go ahead and do that? Just look below. It's manscaped.com/chat. 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. The first pick, and it's always going to be the first pick in every single one of Mel's mocks, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback from Clemson. No surprise there. At pick number 2, Zach Wilson. Been a lot of reports that New York likes him a lot, and this is starting to be a very common theme, especially in all mock drafts. Zach Wilson going number 2. At number 3, there was a trade up. The Carolina Panthers, they traded up to the Miami Dolphins pick. Now, I'm going to throw a little bit of shade at Mel because how are you going to do a mock draft with trades and not list the trades? Mel, come on, man. Somebody at ESPN, I'm sure, could end up doing it. If you can't, call up Tom Downey. Call me up. We can figure it out. Realistically, though, if they make this move, you're probably going to have to give up number 8, obviously. Probably your second-round pick and probably another first-round pick next year or at least a second-round pick. However, Carolina, they get their quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater can be a good mentor for Justin Fields. At number 4, the Atlanta Falcons are going to go Trey Lance. So 4 quarterbacks, all of the first 4 picks. I believe that's exactly what happened in Mel's last mock draft as well. And for Atlanta, you do plan on sticking with Matt Ryan, but he's not going to be there for too much longer. You let Trey Lance learn underneath Ryan, something like you saw with the Kansas City Chiefs, Alex Smith, a game manager, and then a much better athlete in Patrick Mahomes. So let's go ahead. Let's get the chat going. That's what Chat Sports is all about. Go down in the comments section and let me know how many quarterbacks are going to be drafted in round 1. If 4 are already off the board in the first 4, I've been on the fence of saying 5 definitely, but if 4 go in that top 4, I might even go out there and say 6. Maybe I'll set the over-under at 5.5, but seriously, let me know how many quarterbacks in round 1. Now the 5th pick here in this draft, Kyle Pitts, tight end from Florida. He's going to go to Cincinnati. You're giving Joe Burrow yet another player to be able to work with here. I don't know if that's the pick I would have went with. I love Pitts a lot. He's probably one of the top receivers. Yes, I'm going to consider him a receiver. Reminds me a lot of Darren Waller. But, man, I don't know. I still think I'm going to go offensive line. I still think I'm going to try to protect Joe Burrow. So if you guys love the NFL draft, I need you to subscribe for more draft videos. The more subs we get, the more videos we can do. If you want to be hanging out with us during our live NFL draft coverage, I highly, highly encourage it. Last year, there was a time where we had close to 70,000 people watching at one time. 3 straight years, Chat Sports has been the #1 most watched draft coverage on the internet. We're going to have a lot of fun, that I can promise you. So hit that big red button and subscribe. Now, as we're going to be going through all these different teams, we're going to also be breaking down their picks. But also this, if you want a more in-depth look at maybe one of your favorite teams, we have plenty of channels here around Chat Sports. Cowboys, Raiders, you can also find the links below if you want to go ahead and subscribe. We're also going to put those links in the comment section. That way you can go down in the comments, you can go down in the description, find your favorite team. But the bottom line is this. We are a channel that predicates ourselves on being able to kind of give you guys the latest news, rumors on a whole bunch of football teams. But we still have some up-and-coming channels here. So obviously, Raiders, Cowboys, I mean, that's like weekly videos and there's live videos. If you are a Seahawks fan, if you're an Eagles fan, if you're a Chiefs fan, Dolphins fan, and you want more videos around your favorite team, you got to go to those channels and you have to subscribe. Dolphins today has been one of the faster-growing channels. Even Seahawks today has been a faster-growing channel. But I'll consider them our brand new channels are the ones that are coming up here. Detroit Lions Talk has been up and coming. Broncos Breakdown. Falcons Today. I mean, we want to be able to continue to launch new channels here at Chat Sports. So all I want you to do, if your favorite team, or if your favorite team is one of the ones that I just showed you over here, go subscribe to the channel. Basically getting close to 4 or 5 videos every single week. All right, let's get back into Mel Kiper's mock draft. Ja'Marr Chase, wide receiver out of LSU. He's going to go to Philadelphia, and if you're trying to give Jalen Hurts a little bit more talent, considering the fact that he lost a lot of help there, I think that pick made some sense. DEVONTA Smith, you're about to see a little bit of a run here on wide receivers. The Lions lost Marvin Jones. They lost Kenny Golladay. Sure, you were able to get Tyrell Williams, but Jared Goff still needs the #1 guy. Jalen Waddle, you're ultimately trying to pair up a Alabama receiver with Tua Tagovailoa. Their first choice would have been DEVONTA Smith. Their second choice would have been Ja'Marr Chase. So go out and get Jalen Waddle, who's a phenomenal athlete. At pick number 9, the Minnesota Vikings are going to trade up with the Denver Broncos from 14. They're going to trade up to 9. For this deal to get done, obviously you got to swap first-round picks. The Minnesota's also going to have to throw in their second-round pick. And I don't know if they have to throw in their next year's first-round pick, but they're definitely going to have to throw in at least a 2022 second-rounder. This pick does make a lot of sense, though. You obviously want to be able to protect Kirk Cousins. You want to be able to establish the running game with Dalvin Cook. And also you lost Riley Reef, so something to keep in mind. I love that pick there. Let's go to pick number 10 here, Patrick Surtain. He's going to go to the Dallas Cowboys. They're still looking for a number 1 cornerback. With the recent news to Caleb Farley, I'm starting to believe now that Surtain's going to be the number 1 cornerback taken. Now, if you guys are excited for the NFL draft, I want you to like this video. I have to set a goal every single video that I make here, and I'm just being transparent with y'all. This bad boy needs to get to 1,000 likes. The last Mel Kiper mock draft that I did only had 808 likes. We got to get to 1,000 or else we might not be able to make these videos anymore. So seriously, 1,000 likes, that's the goal. Let's now get out of the top 10. We're going to go to pick number 11 here, Kwity Paye, defensive end from Michigan. I mean, Dave Gettleman loves him some defensive line help. Plus, Kwity Paye is an absolute freak athlete. Even though they brought back Leonard Williams, they did lose Dalvin Tomlinson. Still going to be looking to add a little bit of help there on the edge. At pick number 12, the San Francisco 49ers are going to go out and get top cornerback Caleb Farley. Now, I understand that Richard Sherman might not come back, but when Mel made this mock, he didn't have K'Wan Williams, coming back to the team. Now I'm curious to see if that changes his mindset a little bit. But Thomas, Mott, or Chase are going to be breaking down one of the latest news and rumors around the K'Wan James pick. So YouTube.com/49ers TV. I said James again. K'Wan Williams. I'll get it together. Let's go to pick number 13 here. Rashawn Slater. This is a team that's really trying to continue to build that offensive line. I love the pick with Lindsey, ultimately being able to replace one of the best centers in the league with Pouncey. But now you got to get Slater, who's still one of the best offensive linemen in the draft. Micah Parsons going to the Denver Broncos here. There's been a football team that's been putting together one hell of a defense. Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons. You're able to bring in Darby and Fuller. I mean, you're totally just remaking this no-fly zone. And if Micah Parsons can live up to the hype and be another edge rusher, something, I'm not going to say like a young Von Miller, but look out for Denver's defense, man. It's a scary unit. At number 15, Mac Jones. He's going to go to the New England Patriots. Quarterback from Alabama. Now, this is the 5th quarterback taken in the top 15. Reminder, earlier on, I asked you how many QBs go in round 1, so keep that in mind. I also understand that New England brought back Cam Newton, but I'm not necessarily sure Cam Newton's the future, and I really think that Mac Jones would be a very, very good fit in New England. Now, if you guys are trying to be a perfect fit here in a nice relationship, or if you can't get into one, maybe it's because you're not using Manscaped. Perfect package. We're hooking you up here at Chat Sports. Go ahead and get it, plus free shipping, 20% off. Here's how you do it. You got to go to manscaped.com/chat. If you don't use that link, I can't help you out here. But seriously, 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there on the market. The Lawnmower 3.0, it's got an 8-hour battery life. It's got a nice little light near the edge there, which basically helps you get into those hard-to-reach places. I don't know about you. If I'm in the shower, it gets dark, you're squatting down, you're doing some moves, maybe you get soap in your eyes. Luckily, you're going to be able to see what you're trimming up. Manscaped.com/chat. And if you get the perfect package, you get free boxers and a traveling bag. It is the best deal out there. I don't know if it's your birthday coming up. I know Father's Day is about 2 months away, 3 months away. I mean, maybe if you get this, it'll be your Father's Day, early one. But anyway, seriously, get the perfect package at Manscaped. The ball toner, ball deodorant, it's all included. They save balls. It's their slogan. One more time, 20% off, free shipping. Get the perfect package at Manscaped. J.C. Horn, pick number 16 here to the Arizona Cardinals. I've done about 4 or 5 mock drafts from Mel Kiper, and I've done it from Todd McShay as well. Every single time, it's been J.C. Horn. They need a corner. I get it. They just lost Patrick Peterson. At pick number 17, Jamin Davis, linebacker from Kentucky. A lot of athletic ability. The Raiders re-signed Nicholas Morrow. A kind of a peculiar pick to me, but if you want to go high upside, Davis has it. And it would actually kind of fit the Raiders' bill the last few years of reaching on a player instead of taking the best available. At number 18, you're going to go Jalen Phillips, defensive end here for Miami. Miami has lost a few of their key defensive players from last season. I'll throw out the name like Kyle Van Noy. They also lost Devon Godchaux, defensive tackle, who ended up going to the New England Patriots. They've made a few other moves, but Phillips has some high upside, and he also showed pretty solid ability out of Miami last year. Let's now go to Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle, going to go to Washington. They just paid Ryan Fitzpatrick. A lot of times I've also been seeing some wide receivers mocked to Washington, but with the recent signing of Curtis Samuel, now you have Terry McLaurin. Keep Fitz upright, and you're going to be pretty surprised at what he can do. At pick number 20, Elijah Vera-Tucker, offensive lineman from USC. This dude's got a lot of different ability, right? He could play offensive guard. He might be able to play tackle. I'm a believer that he's going to be an offensive guard in the National Football League. But the biggest thing that you're trying to do, either keep up Andy Dalton or keep up Nick Foles. Both of those guys are not the most mobile quarterbacks, and you need to build your offensive line, and that's exactly what the Bears did here. So how many trades are going to happen in round one? In this mock draft so far, Mel Kiper has 2 trades that ultimately went down. I believe last year, I want to say that there was like 6 trades that ended up happening. The year before that, there was 4. When you see quarterbacks start to go, that's when trades ultimately start happening. But go down in the comments, try to predict how many trades happen in round one. The Indianapolis Colts are going to go with Gregory Rousseau, edge out of Miami. 15.5 sacks, and realistically his first year ever playing defensive end. I'm not sure why the Colts haven't been super active going out and getting another edge rusher. Justin Houston, as I am filming this right now, is still out on the free agent market. They had money to spend, but it has kind of always been the Colts' MO to not spend big in free agency and go invest in the draft. Let's go to pick number 22 here. Tennessee Titans are going to go out and get KADARIUS TONEY. He does remind me of a lesser version of a Tyreek Hill, but you lost T.Y. Hilton, at least you haven't brought him back yet. You have Michael Pittman, but you got to give Carson Wentz some extra, not Carson Wentz, you got to give Ryan Tannehill some extra options. There's no doubt about that. And for this football team, you're not going to have Corey Davis. He already left. So really, you're sitting there with just A.J. Brown. At pick number 23, the New York Jets, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Kind of surprised that he fell this far, but for somebody like the Jets general manager, he loves athletes, and that's exactly what you're going to get here with Owusu-Koramoah. It also is going to fill a major need here. At pick number 24, Tevin Jenkins, right tackle from Oklahoma State. More of a player that you're going to have to let grow into his body. He's like 6'7". He is an absolute mountain of a man. But for a team that's not going to have Alejandro Villanueva at this current juncture, you need to protect Big Ben. He's definitely not getting any younger. So Tevin Jenkins, can he go to left tackle? That's something that remains to be seen. So if you guys have any other questions, if you want to yell at me for saying 2 names already on today's show, you can go ahead and yell at me. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. We appreciate everyone that always comes across our Chat Sports videos. If you want to talk to me about your favorite team, or if you want to talk to me about this mock draft, my DMs are open. At pick number 25, Trevon Merrick. Damn it, I'll get it right sooner or later. Safety from TCU. He is the top safety out there, no doubt about it. Jacksonville definitely needs some help still in that secondary, but they also just went on and paid Rayshawn Jenkins 4 years, $35 million. A little bit interesting about that move there. At pick number 26, ZAVEN Collins, linebacker from Tulsa. He can do it all. The Cleveland Browns continue to bring in a ton of talent. I've said it before, I literally think Cleveland is going to win that division this year. It sounds weird, but they are very impressive. At pick number 27 for basically like the 10th straight mock draft, Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver out of LSU. He goes to Baltimore. That might change here a little bit if they do decide to bring in a player like Sammy Watkins, but they were interested in Galladay. They've shown interested in outside receivers. They need to bring somebody in for Lamar Jackson. At pick number 28 here, the New Orleans Saints go with Tutu Atwell, wide receiver from Louisville. I'm a little bit surprised. I really haven't seen him go in the top. I haven't seen him go in the first round of any mocks. I haven't really even seen him go in the top 50 of any mocks. If you want to go on upside, sure, he has some there, but I get you have Michael Thomas. You lost Emmanuel Sanders. You still want to be able to add to that team. I just don't think that's the route I personally would go, at least not with Tutu here. So if you guys love the NFL Draft, one more time, subscribe for more NFL Draft videos. Hit that big red button. We're always trying to keep you guys updated. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. All right, let's kick off this bad boy. I guess finish it off. Greg Newsome, the second cornerback from Northwestern. He's more of a second-round player to me, but he is continuing to climb up and up draft boards. I'm a believer he is going to be the 4th cornerback taken. Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama. This would be a phenomenal fit for the Buffalo Bills, who really haven't done anything in terms of going out and bringing in free agents. Sure, they have Zach Moss, who they drafted in round 3 last year. Sure, you have Devin Singletary. But as much as I love seeing Josh Allen run, especially for my fantasy team, You got to be able to keep that guy healthy, and he was literally their entire offense come the playoffs. You go out and get a very versatile running back like Harris who can make you be a physical runner as well, which is something that I know Buffalo wants to be able to do. At pick number 31, Liam Eichenberg, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. If you're looking for a solid offensive line player, dude, I feel like they're always coming out of Notre Dame. No doubt that Kansas City needs to be able to replace Eric Fisher. That's what you have here in Eichenberg, who I actually think is going to be one of the better, more underrated offensive tackles in this year's draft class. At pick number 32, it's Christian Barmore, defensive tackle from Alabama, the only DT in the first round here in Mel's mock. I anticipate him being the number one tackle taken, but again, when Mel did this mock, he did not have the recent news of Ndamukong Suh signing that one-year, $10 million deal. Now with that being in place, I don't know if Christian Barmore is the move. I'll also say this, I'd be pretty shocked if Barmore fell out of the first round. So out of all the picks that y'all just saw, what was your favorite and your least favorite pick? I'm going to say in terms of favorite, I'm not actually a fan a lot of times of trading up, but the Minnesota Vikings going ahead and getting Penei Sewell pick number 9, I think that is an absolute freaking steal. In terms of the worst picks, I wasn't too crazy about the Raiders pick number 17 with Jamin Davis. Thought that was a little bit of a reach. And then the Saints pick with Tutu Atwell. Again, a little bit of a reach there for me. Let me know down in the comments section, though. I'm curious what you guys have to say. Your favorite and least favorite pick in Mel's mock draft.